So you got this listing, and what
We
are you
have this
thinking on
listing
price?
coming up this weekend, and we're not sure should we list it at $499 or $525. I think it'll sell over $525, to be honest with you. But you're like, ugh, which is the better strategy?
Yeah.
Underprice it a bit or price it where you want it to be?
No, I would, if you're going to make a mistake, pricing's never perfect, right? If you're going to make a mistake in this market, the mistake needs to be under, because just look at what's sitting. Okay. Everything overpriced is sitting right now. Anything that is priced just slightly aggressive, like think about the benchmarks, right? So if you're pricing this thing at 525, you're actually in the middle of a benchmark because people can search from 5 to 550. Right? Versus they can search from, 475 to 5. That's the change. $25,000 increments under 500, $50,000 increments over 500. I would be putting it, especially in that affordable price zone, slightly under 5. Because if you make the mistake low, your listing is going to explode. You make the mistake high, your listing is going to sit. You're better off making the mistake low if it's a mistake. And I don't think it's a mistake. I think it's the right move. Pricing slightly aggressive drives a higher price in this market.
As long as it's not ridiculous. Like, right, I've seen houses where they've been priced at 500 where they really actually should be at 550.
Right. But what happened? How much money did they get?
They only got 6. I think if they would have
Yeah,
listed at 5.
but still, that's almost a 10% increase over what you would have listed it for. And there's no guarantee that they would have gotten that 10% over that list if you'd have listed it higher.
I know, but in this particular situation, I actually think if that house was listed at 550, they probably would have got closer to 620. Because I think when you're looking from a buyer aspect, paying $100,000 over asking is a lot of money. But if it was listed at 550, somebody probably still would have paid $70,000 over asking and wouldn't have thought it was crazy.
But would you have been talking to the same amount of people? What drives that extra value is the amount of people you're talking to. And every $50,000 you go down in price, you talk to exponentially more people that can afford it. And so then they get wrapped up in the game. That's why multiple offers go so crazy, why they're so frenzied. People get wrapped up in the psychological game of the multiple offer. You price it higher and you don't have as many offers. People don't get wrapped up in the game and you don't get your seller as much money. Think about the psychology of all this stuff. We are in a psychology game. You have to outthink people. Cool?
Cool. Well, and then we were also talking about, because this weekend is a long weekend, obviously we want to host an open house when we have a $499 listing. Do we host the open house on Saturday or do we do it on Friday? Because Friday is Good Friday, so there would be lots of people off work.
Yeah.
Would that be a good strategy, or the strategy would just keep it to Saturday?
I think either way. I think it's still part of the weekend. I mean, why don't you just try it? I think everything is worth trying.
Or you could do both days.
Yeah, do both days. Why not? If you're not looking at offers until Sunday anyways, or Saturday night, why wouldn't you drive as much traffic through it as you could? Do 2 4-hour open houses in this market. Not only are you going to get a pile of traffic that maybe somebody wants to write an offer on it, look at how many people you're going to meet.